So I'm sitting here after going to Broadview in a small town, still in the Chicago suburbs. I'm still considered Chicago metropolitan area. And this town is kind of like perfect land. There are people here who are not worried about picking up their children. They are not terrified in mapping out plans and how to get home safely with their kids from school because ICE in some parts, not far away from here, are targeting schools. Communities are now getting whistles and standing around schools to protect the children. Remember, this campaign was supposed to be getting the evil, the bad people. Yeah, they're not doing that. So I hope, Cam Higby, our interaction in Broadview, I hope you had fun with that, giving that video footage to your 34-count felon pedo president, because he needs to release the Epstein files first and foremost. You need to stop drinking the Kool-Aid. And joke's on all of you, because I am a United States citizen. I just would never have answered you, because I know who you are and I know what you were there to do. But you found out in Chicago, you confront women and you get in our faces, our men are going to protect us. They backed you up against the barricade. There you were crying for the cops to help you and nobody was helping you. Aww. That's why we call you Temu Charlie Kirk. You're just a joke. You and your little minions there trying to act like you blended into the crowd and that you were part of us. No. Just like Kendrick Lamar, you're not like us, bro. You're not like us. And like my friend told you, you can't flew all the way to Chicago to be called a bitch. So, keep up the bad work, because eventually you guys are all going to come tumbling down. So I know some of you are going to sit there and be like, oh, show proof. Go and look up Elgin. Town not too far away from here. Christy Nome, the dog killer, personally stood outside as parents were being ripped off the streets as they were trying to take their kids to school. Now you can argue, they're not here legally. They shouldn't be here. But the campaign was to get the worst of the worst out, and you're pulling hardworking people out of here that are just trying to have a better life. Some people are from Mexico, some people are from El Salvador, some people are from Venezuela, some people are from Cuba. All with the common factor, we all are brown, and we're getting pulled off the streets just for being brown. Sometimes they're American citizens that got to sit in those places for 2-3 days to prove they belong here. Yeah, show your proof. Go ahead, look it up. There's video footage of it all over the place. So, yeah, hopefully this ends soon in my state. Who knows? A judge was brave enough to block the National Guard, but it's only temporary for 14 days. They tried to appeal that, and they lost that appeal. Right now they're trying to get a fence down from the ICE facility because it is a hazard for people to get the fire department, the police department. There's businesses around there. Now, granted, I don't know if there was businesses running there before they occupied that area, but the state troopers are hanging out in front of the ICE facility on 25th in a warehouse. There's a warehouse behind there. There's a church further down the street on the corner. There's another business that it seems that the state patrol and Cook County sheriffs are also trying to occupy. I don't know what that business is. But God forbid one of them gets sick. How are they going to get to them? There's all these fences. There's all these blockades. So, yeah, show the proof. We're going to keep on showing you people. And you guys can keep on turning the truth into other things. But at the end of the day, this is wrong. This shouldn't be happening. People shouldn't be scared. They even pulled a WGN producer over the weekend into the car with them and kidnapped her. She was released that night, and I haven't heard anything more because she probably can't talk because of lawsuits. But she was a United States citizen. And man, that video is just damning in what they're doing. Not to mention the ICE officer who murdered the guy and lied about the narrative of why they shot him. The body cam footage totally proved him wrong. And it was kind of funny. If you go to my live, I believe it was my third live on Friday, which was the second time I was at Broadview. One of the guys was trying to say, oh, the guy tried shooting the ICE officer. And I'm like, yeah, why don't you find the actual article that shows what the body cam footage showed? That the officer was fine. He was not injured in any way, shape, or form, but that man lost his life. They tried turning around and saying that he had very bad traffic violations. That was proven wrong. The man had no bad traffic violations. He was a law-abiding citizen. Just dropping his kid off, and he gets killed in Franklin Park. So, keep it up. So, I want to try and end this on a good note. There was something beautiful I saw at Broadview at the end of the night while we were getting ready to leave. There were some people being escorted from across the street by a Broadview police officer, and they all had yellow hats. I don't know who they were with, but there was a lady speaking to the police officer when they got safely to the other side. And she's turning around and telling him about some pregnant lady and medication and how she needed this. Now, this could be as simple as a prenatal vitamin. Every pregnant woman takes one. Or it could be as serious as she has gestational diabetes. I do not know this woman's history. But this man, before he left, turned around and looked at all of us that were standing there, and said, thank you for what you're doing. This heart's for you, because you're proving the fact that there's some of you on there, that force, that are not happy with what you have to do, but you want to protect your town and your people and make sure everybody's safe. So a friend of mine has always told me that there's good people out there in uniform. And before I kind of laughed at him because of my personal interactions, and I am not a multi-in-jail type of person, but I've had some messed up things happen in my life with police officers. Not to mention our court system that failed me in letting my mom's murderer walk free. So there's that. But I am a very jaded person when it comes to that. And when he said that to me, I kind of half listened to him, but seeing it in that moment was so beautiful. I even shared it with him the next day. I'm like, after you left, you missed something really great. And I told him what I'm telling you here right now. But when I told him, I was physically crying, because it was a very beautiful moment to know that there are some of them that are being forced to do their job. So, on a good note, thank you, police officer in Broadview. I know your town did not ask for this. You guys don't want to be known as the ICE Mecca of Chicago. I'm sorry this is going on in your community, but as you can see, the right people, we're coming here peacefully. We're going there to just make sure these people are okay. They wouldn't even let Tammy Duckworth or Dick Durbin in there, or a priest to give communion to the people in there. So, what are you hiding? Have a good night. Everybody do what you can. Do what you can. Stand up for these people. They don't deserve this. They're not going after the worst of the worst. They're going after people like you and me.